Hi, welcome to this game review. We're going to be taking a look at Emils or Goofy from the community. We're going to be watching this Drifter game. We're just going to have a good time, see if there's some general moves or changes that we could have done to make this a little bit better damage-wise, and just have a general better plan. If you want your own game reviewed, let me know down below or come join the Discord. Did you see, Dagger, for the update? That's basically, because I don't know if we talked about this on Thursday or if you were here Thursday, because I think it was basically confirmed Thursday or it was on Wednesday. But like the next major update is basically what has been mostly leaked, rumored to come around, but it won't be coming like till December or January. But Yoshi actually did confirm, you know, it's supposed to be. You can rend. That's fine now. But when 7 was closer, Mills, you want to try to go for Rend because you get the extra spirit damage if they're close enough. Yeah, it's gonna be big. Yeah, with the base rework, possibly the new middle of the map objective, and then there's rumored possibly 5 heroes that's coming with it. So. Just be careful when you go up these stairs with only like 1 or 2 minions, because that guardian can do a chunk of bit of damage. I think it would have been better just to back off and try to deny and then just come by. Die and buy. Here is gonna be 6, who knows? I saw roughly 5. I mean, I definitely would want oh, that's a bad the fucking wall ruined the rend. Good parry, good parry. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be 5. That's good. That was a nice buy, enough use of the mark. That was really good timing. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be 6. Or sorry, 5, but that's at least just what I saw was 5. Go for the rend. Nice. But 6, I mean, I'll definitely take more. You drop the build. Okay. If you're going to be here for 30 minutes, Blade, I just want to briefly look at it and I'll provide a brief on it. They may not even do the 5 or 6 heroes. But I hope that they do, because the game needs, I mean, even with the new 6 heroes, the game needs more heroes, obviously. And they also need to do reworks on some of the existing ones. Did you break that? Oh, you did. You'll be here? Okay. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, it was a good parry. I'll be there by the moon and the stars of your eyes. I swear. Oh, the fucking minion taking the mark. Fucking oh, Dagger, I'm not gonna play Infernus for a bit because of his nerf, but mainly I'm gonna play 7 instead because of his balls. He's got big balls again. Big balls, 7's back. I'm totally gonna be trying that shit out later today or tomorrow. Once I saw that, I'm like, okay. My best friend did it with Mirage and Infernus. I'm now nice rend. I'm now back with 7 with my balls. And then I don't have to worry about people making the wattage joke about how I should be playing 7, because I'll actually be 7 again. This is so if you're trying to see, you want to be quicker with this, and you should just go up there and try melee. Of course, you're always risking yourself if you go in there because they can jump you, especially against Dynamo with his stomp. My big lightning balls. This haze is being risky. Oh, don't go her. Don't go to her. Okay, good. She backed away. I want to try to be static, friendly, conscious, and not stun your buddy. You need to buy here too, as well. So I would like since you missed your mark here, I think maybe I would try. No, actually, yeah. I mean, you took a bit of a damage. I don't know. You do it like you get the pressures. I was more like just maybe if you could have found like 20 souls like from a box, so you can buy the tier 2 or whatever you need. But now the wave's here, so yes, there's no boxes. So now your best bet is literally just to go back for the wave and just get the souls this way. Yeah, which is what you're doing. I swear. See now so like I said, so you should buy your thing, your tier 2 that you want. Being this close, I don't think is the best use, especially if the buff here is here. I wasn't looking at the time, but whenever that buff was, or the minions were walking in on the front door, one of you should have rotated, and both of you don't need to go. Just a communication. Even Viscous went to, 3 of y'all went for 1 buff. So instead of like denying, like once the 430 wave is there, you can go like, I forget it at times too, but that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate times 2. You got a stack off of it. Look at that 1 stack. You need to buy though, and you don't have the health to be aggressive here. So you should rotate to the flagman to try to do that. And 7's gonna be coming back here. Yeah, you just want to get back by, especially because you're low health. It'd be different if you still had like now you're coming back over here to do, like you should buy. There's no point in saving for a tier 3 item, which I don't think is what you're doing. You're just not looking at your money. And you talked about like not doing quite as much damage. Those items obviously like not as good. All right, you're gonna go farm now. If you were gonna go do a box run, you should have gotten healing right, because you get the movement speed, you'll heal off of it, and then you can go look for the boxes. And you kind of like waiting for the time like right now isn't the best use of it. Viscous is down here, and yeah, so watch your money for a bit. You don't want to, especially during the laning phase, because like you're basically at 1600 and they have more items, so just be a little more conscious on that. Instead of sprint boots, if you wanted to, because of the health, you could have got healing right and then ran for the boxes. He parried. I would just stay here and look, keep an eye out for a stomp, just like you're doing. You know, I was gonna say is maybe not have been necessary, but I'll allow it. I'll allow the all of y'all left though. One of y'all should have stayed. Oh, he had some problems. Is that why he dropped? You need to alt tab fix. My bad, Dynamo. So at this point, yeah, okay, good. I was like, kind of evaluate where you would want to go, and going over here wasn't the best, so that's good. I don't think you quite have the damage to do the tier 2 quick enough. Technical difficulties, yeah. I wouldn't do this tier 2. Like the centers, like either of these centers is more value, or going this way and doing these centers that are over here. That way you could at least get some of this wave stuff. Like Infernus isn't getting this wave. So I think if you went to blue, it would have been better, because then you could go this way and rotate this way. Since Viscous is here, you can come down. They can rotate over here. While if you were here, you could rotate this way and get all this stuff, and then here and leave Infernus for the lane, or vice versa. If Infernus is doing this, then you can get this wave and take and absorb all this souls. Mainly because since Viscous was still over here, I didn't think going over here was the best path either. And so you cleared your wave. Since you missed this and Haze isn't here, you don't need to be aggressive here. Like I said, or another reason too. So you can just go farm. You back off, go farm. You don't need to try to fight that since you missed your mark. And then you fight this next wave. You get the centers that's next to you, or the tier 2. Centers should be prio because they give more souls and the stats than the camps. So try to do centers first. And throw in rend, you know, throw in your rend at time because it'll be a little quicker. There's a sweet gun buff. You can get it or leave it for Haze. Fucking Viscous was chasing. Don't know why. Haze would be better for this, which she's doing the Sinners, but so whatever. What you did look at, you did consider, so I understand.
Ready to make darkness fall.
You were waiting for, yeah, I saw you look at her. Which is the right call. Taking this camp though, this is good. Like how doing this part, like, because you want to deny the enemy their souls. So taking that was good, and then you want to fix that wave before you leave. Finish this wave. Yep, good. Okay. Oh, there's still one more. Okay, now you go back and buy. And then blue is being attacked, so you ping blue. You can, I don't know where you're going. You could stay here and buy. You're looking for boxes. There's 3 people here. I normally don't say push the walker, but you and Haze might actually kept pressure on this since there's 3 here and there's 1 here. And I guess now 7 showed up here. And there's Wraith. Like I said, it is risky. But maybe it's because Haze was still here. Well, with there being a lot of people here, y'all can get a lot of pressure here. You don't need to kill that wave, the neutrals. You need to buy as well. I think Sinners wasn't in my game. I forget about them. Yeah, Sinners are a huge priority. You backed off actually at a good time. I don't know if you just kind of felt that or you decided to because of 7 and Haze, but you actually backed off at a really good time because of Wraith. You need to buy more. Yeah, if you're struggling with damage, one of the biggest reasons why is you have enough for an upgrade from a, you know, up to a tier 4 possibly. But like this right here, like Haze isn't chasing you. Like you're knocking out the walker. She's got a buff. I heard her with the walls, yeah. And now you're gonna get jumped, yeah. That is why pushing walkers under 15 minutes is risky, because they got the buff of the resistance of the walker and they can rotate quicker. And that's what happened there. So that's why you gotta like be really questionable with that. Once you clear that wave and she backed off and Haze stayed at the tier 3, yeah, you should have just backed off yourself. And again, because of the money wise. From here, I would actually probably go yellow, yeah. Yellow or blue for all this wonderful farm resources, or even this wave here, and leave this for them too. Each. You want to squeeze in rend too. You want to use rend a bit more for the damage, just to clear the wave quicker. And so yeah, like you could rend these minions and then take these Sinners, because you're clearing pressure here, and they have pressure here. And the other reason why I'm saying you should use rend, you only have backstabber as your gun, right? The rest of it is spirit and vitality, and by vitality, but you still have melee life still on it. So you should try to use rend a little more, at least with this build. Each. So like, for example, like what you would do, you clear this wave here, and then you want to take this stuff right here, these 3, as to keep them from them. Like you don't want to push the walker, or you don't want to go up to the walker. You want to take the scamps or the Sinners, because it keeps them from getting it. And again, Sinners are a prio, but it's just because of what they offer instead of the camps. But this is actually the safer option is getting the church. You should finish the camp too before you leave, unless you're intentionally doing that to not let them have the camp to respawn. It was a good double jump. That's risky once you teleport to him. At least I know I'm fine in map. But yeah, your general map control has been really good. But here from this one, this is like, I mean, I know he's low, but they could easily rotate and then you die. You did it on purpose? Nah, that's good. Okay. Since it is on the enemy side, I can see it. Totally understand. I get it from there. Hopefully you heard the Geist bomb. Hopefully you hear the heartbeat.
The spirit urn is waiting to be cleared for me.
I would have left that for Infernus and then get the Sinners here. Or actually this fight, there's 3 chasing Viscous right now. Yeah. Dynamo's looking for a big ult here. And you left. I think you should have stayed.
No.
I'm glad he missed. He did come back. Abrams is now trickling in, and Abrams doesn't need to trickle in. Y'all should retreat. Now y'all should retreat. Since Infernus left, y'all need to retreat. This is chasing too much.
Pull back.
Yeah, okay, good. Now just take the Sinners. Or the roof camp. Each. Each. You're walking over everything. No has Phantom Strike, my favorite. Look at, like, wow. Why the fuck was Abrams way up here? He's so set on getting a kill and chasing.
Stand brave, Infernus. Your fire will only burn brighter.
Yeah, don't be like that. Don't be like a... Like, see the Sinners? Like, y'all could rotate to the guys or take the Sinners. Try to squeeze those in. You're speeding. Where are you speeding to? I'm assuming to buy and then blue or something. This game ends in 10 minutes. Oh, the big spike difference happened in like 3 more minutes because y'all do mid boss, I'm assuming. So your low damage. There's 2 things what I'm seeing why I would say you have low damage. One being the items. And I actually would maybe suggest you get more gun stuff if you're gonna do more gun shit, just build wise. I know you said this is probably a new build and whatnot, but build wise, I think maybe consider doing that. But what I was gonna say is the other thing though is like you've just been keeping good map pressure with nobody else there, and that by nature is gonna make you not be involved with people. You should go back and fix this before you leave right here. You should go back here. That's good. So like this stuff that's about to happen here, like I said, you're keeping map pressure. Sometimes when you do keep up a lot of map pressure, you're not involved in fights because everyone else is fighting because they're not doing the map pressure, and then that's why you don't get it. So from that point, I was like, I actually think what you've been doing is better anyways, because you've been keeping map pressure up, and that's why you haven't been doing damage. If you want to try practicing, going from green to Seeker Shop to blue is a little bit quicker than going from green to base to buy and then up to here. If you're trying to join this though, I wouldn't be farming or like in the boxes. Like that's not, like you're spending a little, I will say you are spending a little bit too much time killing the tier 2 camps. Like this fight right now. What I was gonna say is, so like at 20 minutes, fights that happen is really important because that lets for mid boss, right? So you actually should have probably rotated, just went up to this fight to keep pressure, or even just do mid boss then. So yeah, it's a little bit mixed things. Nice kill, nice blowing up, and they rotate for you, which is good. I know you're low, so I actually think this is okay. You don't want to die here. I need to die. So I would play around with, like, if you're making your build instead of following your build, I would play around with trying to take tier 2 camps quicker, because you are taking a little bit too much time farming the tier 2s, then you should. Because like you took like 15-ish seconds or so, I think, maybe 10 to take this tier 2 down here when this whole fight or setup was happening. You need more because you need more damage. Exactly. That's the reason why. So, and you're shooting a lot compared to meleeing or using rend. So if you're gonna shoot more and you like shooting more with Drifter, I would look into more gun options with Drifter than what you currently have. Like there's nothing wrong with what you like. Generally, like, these items all work together and work for Drifter. You saw what items I had, but I would just play around with it a little bit more. And even then, like you can look around on some of the other builds that you see for Drifter. You should reload. Got one ammo. Viscous should have stayed. So with this happening, you should have just stayed on yellow and split pushed. Because the way how long it takes to rotate over here, this fight's already going to be over with. Since Viscous stayed, Viscous should have rotated to here when he was at base. Since he did not, and y'all were both here, y'all should have just split pushed. There was, like I said, this fight that's already happening, like it was already over by the time he got here, and now you're cleaning up the lane again, and they're already killing. So if you're all the way at the map, you don't have speed, you really, and like whoever's the iron carrier is like literally middle, you're not gonna efficiently get over here to yellow. And now you're like if you were pinging that, Haze is correct, so y'all should do mid. They only have 4 people. Mid boss is definitely what y'all should do. Reactive barrier, what's reactive for? Is that just following the build blindly? Because you haven't even really been like Mo. You died one time a second ago, but you haven't really seen it again. I would have just bought blood tribute. Your game's over. Okay, Blaine, we can look at your build after this too. This game will be over in like 5 minutes. I'm okay with the cover ult, to be honest.
The old man haunts us.
The old man.
I see great talent.
You can throw your mark on the walker. It'll take it away. It'll work on it, I mean, with bleeding it. And you technically could teleport to it after it stomps for the ambush speed, the fire rate speed afterwards. Throw your mark on 7. Yeah, this game is mostly done at this point. We'll see if anything else happens in the next minute. Mo quit or rage quit.
Grateful for the work you've been doing.
Might have rage quit. He's back. He had technical issues. I was about to mark 7, but he died. Yeah, I saw you when he came back over. You can throw it on the walker, because you want to, at least the walker, you want to do it sooner than later, because it does more damage on the total health of the enemy compared to like their current health. Like the lower health that they have, the less damage it does. I mean, it's like how decay works.
It's time to complete the ritual.
Furnace should have backed off. Peaches. There are, there's some better builds though for Drifter that focus less on gun, but I need to be besides the walker for it to damage. If you mark it, as long as your gun is doing damage, it'll still damage them. You can throw your mark all the way across the map for all that matters. The only reason why it wouldn't is because you have to be close enough to the radius of the walker, and if your gun's doing damage, then your mark's going to do damage. It's the same thing with like how in Furnace Burn, like how in Furnace Burn works, or Mirage Stacks, Fixate, or anything like that that does damage, or Toxic Bullets. Like as long as you're in the radius, You can be as far away from it as you want. This is good. Wait, why now? Now I don't. Now I take back what I said.
Ready for a 2 a.m. metro ride.
Was that? Did you just speed back to base just to buy? Yeah. So like, if you'd imagine in the world, if you had stayed here, you took these two neutrals and then you took this camp, you could swing down this secret shop. You can teleport if you really want to up here, if that's why you were speeding was to go up here. But you could take this and then just come back up here and keep the lane pressure, and then you could have bought in Vampiric Burst. But now you don't have it. So try to make advantage of the secret shop without or buying without having to go back to base. Vampiric Burst is really good with him though, but. Yeesh. And that's GG's from there.